If you visit any bookstore and find a time management or a goal setting shelf, it will be filled with books that send the same message. No pain, no gain. Growth is painful. Life is not easy. You have to hustle. You have to white knuckle your way to success. They are full of warlike examples and techniques. They promote self-discipline from the place of self-hate. To me, they promote misery. Their core message is, if you feel miserable, you're doing it right. It is how it's supposed to be. And today I want to talk about a very harmful concept we've been sold by these books and the media. I want to talk about the hustle.
Welcome to the Monthly Method Podcast. This is a show for solopreneurs, creators, and artists who have a burning desire to launch a project. This is for a project that is not urgent, but truly important. The one your best life depends on. Your host, Paulina B., is a certified Scrum Master. She brings a proven record of launching successful projects, both professional and personal. You will hear about tested techniques that lead to calm, consistency, and results. Stay tuned to turn your idea into reality 1 month at a time.
Let's talk about the hustle culture. There are very few words that I despise more than the word hustle. Have you noticed that at one point in time, several years ago, it just became a fashion statement to be hustling? What are you hustling towards? What's your end goal? No one cares as long as you have this image of a person who is always busy, has 3 beeping smartphones, 100 unread emails, and 20 meetings a day. You are doing it right. I have so many issues with this from philosophical, spiritual, logical viewpoints. I can talk about it all day long, but today I just want to look at it from the very practical perspective and hopefully debunk the myth of a hustle culture. I see 10 main problems with the hustle culture. Number 1, it robs you of focus and the ability to think deep. I remember reading a study that says that an average office employee is interrupted every 3 to 5 minutes. These interruptions come from email notifications, Slack messages, phone calls, etc. So how much do you think one can do with 3 to 5 minutes of uninterrupted time? Not much, right? Well, one can send an email or 2, but that's about it. No deep, meaningful, and impactful work can be done in this interrupted environment. Responding to emails don't move organizations forward. Creative and impactful work does. Point number 2, the hustle culture makes you irritable. It has probably something to do with the previous point of constant interruption. When you have never-ending external stimuli you need to react to, it's very hard to be patient. You always have to be alert and ready to fight. It seems like everything and everyone is against you. These things and people are only slowing you down, and they're doing it on purpose, you think. No one is moving fast enough. So at the end of the day, you end up being irritated most of the time, even towards the people that you care about. Hustle culture robs you of energy and health. It eventually causes burnout, depression, and mental health issues. Talk to any doctor and they will tell you that stress kills people, and the hustle culture brings nothing but stress. Point number 4, hustle culture makes people focus exclusively on one area of their lives, most likely their work. It completely ignores all other areas that also require attention to live a full life. What ends up happening is that people burn themselves out. Nothing brings them happiness or excitement. Everything is in grayscale. Or they wait till their physical bodies stop properly functioning, or their family is completely ruined, and only then they slow down and start reevaluating their lives. We've seen it happen so many times to the celebrities, to the people we personally know, but somehow we still fail to connect this to the hustle culture. Number 5, hustle culture fails at prioritization. The biggest productivity lie is that everything matters equally. No, there are things that are way more important and impactful. The hustle culture makes you believe that you should get everything done. But to live a good life, you need to get the most important stuff done, not everything. Problem number 6. Hustle culture makes you focus on false vanity metrics that don't really matter. Well, you know the drill. Instagram likes, the number of followers, etc. All these metrics are created by social media platforms to entice you to spend more time using their platforms, because their business evaluation depends on just two things: how many customers they have and how much time these customers spend on their platforms. Because the more time they spend, the more advertising these platforms can feed to these customers. And what better ways to bring people back to using their platforms than creating vanity metrics and convincing people that this metrics means something about their self-worth and their importance in the world. Point number 7, hustle culture doesn't teach you to delegate. It teaches that if you want to get it right, you need to do it yourself. Very few great things are done alone. And you can't really build a successful company or a successful movement or even a successful family if you're planning on doing it alone. There is an unhealthy pride that is being promoted by the hustle culture. You are not doing anything noble if you are trying to do it yourself. And that brings me to point number 8. There is a ceiling that you hit really quickly. You can't hustle your way beyond a certain number. You can't hustle your way beyond, let's say 200K, or put any number in there. It's just humanly impossible. You only have 24 hours a day to be hustling, and that's it. You need to find another way. Why not try to find this way now? You simply can't scale hustle. Point number 9, self-worth of hustlers is based on how many tasks they get done. You are worthy no matter if you had a productive day or not. People who operate under the hustle mindset get their sense of worth from the outside factors, from the outside approval. When success is fueled by the external motivation, it is exhausting. There is never enough approval. The moment you get it, you crave more. No one can ever validate you enough. I remember hearing this term, validation junkies. Validation junkies are people in your life who always speak low of themselves, seeking your approval. Well, you probably remember a few. They might say things such as, well, I'm so fat in this dress, clearly expecting that you say, no, you look fabulous. They are called validation junkies because they're like drug addicts. They always crave more validation. The moment you say that they're good or that they're enough, they get a quick hit of endorphins or, another happiness hormone, and then they're back to their base level of craving more validation. So you can never validate these people enough. And I think the hustle culture plays a huge role in cultivating these validation junkies. And social media is not behind with their vanity metrics. If you only have external motivation for doing something, it will never be enough. You really need to be doing something from the place of internal motivation. External validation is a drug, probably the most dangerous one. Think about it. Even people who don't drink, smoke, or do drugs are hooked on Facebook and Instagram likes. The moment you post something, you're so tempted to go back and check on who liked the post. It's crazy. Problem number 10, the hustle culture embraces complexity. The more complexity you have, the more you can hustle, the more you can complain about how difficult the world is, the more tasks you can add to your to-do list. The opposite is embracing simplicity, trying to simplify things. Because when you can simplify, you can optimize, you can delegate, you can create more time and more ease. But having more time and ease is a big no-no in the hustle culture. The hustle culture seeks to overcomplicate things, because when something looks difficult, it looks impressive to the outside world. The opposite of a hustle is an intentional life, focusing on the few things that truly matter and getting them right. I keep saying that very few things are truly urgent and important. The importance of everything else is made up by people who benefit from us thinking that way. We can decide what we truly care about, to find our core values and live our lives accordingly. Because in my opinion, the true happiness is when your thoughts, your actions, and your results are aligned with your true core values. And this is different for everyone. And our job is to uncover our true values and align our lives accordingly. Have a great week, everyone. Please subscribe if you want to get a freshly baked episode delivered to you next Monday. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you want to ask a question, leave a comment, or share something interesting, please use the link provided in the show notes. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions in the upcoming episodes.